That's that. Okay, hopefully you're now seeing me on the YouTube one instead. And I'm just going to carry on going from here. Okay, hopefully, and this actually looks a lot more reliable. I can see what's going on. And I'm just going to carry on going from here. Okay, and I'm just going to carry on. This actually looks a lot more reliable. I can see what's going on. And this actually looks a lot more reliable. I can see what's going on. This actually looks a lot more reliable. I can see. So there is a comment section on the right hand side if you so wish to comment. Getting the loop there because I just realised my volume wasn't. Okay, and I'm just going to carry on. Okay, and I'm just going to carry on. This actually looks a lot more reliable. Okay, and this actually looks a lot more reliable. I can see there is a comment section to the right hand side. So much to this area. One of these things I didn't actually put this in my review, and I kind of get used to it from playing it. One thing that's kind of annoying is that you can't actually move any pan on the camera actually which can turn to be quite annoying if you're not sure there's an enemy nearby. They don't always make a noise. You can zoom in and out, and that does help to some extent. So here we are. One of these things basic. I do actually have my container, which is it's probably playing it. It's kind of my actually ingredients. bit of that does help to some extent. I do have a basket, which is where I store all my stuff, and I can just get one of the basic new action. I take my container, which is storable there. The container has kind of like ridiculous amount of actually space. Any pan on the can. So here's my battle equipment, which can now I feel like I'm not sure that there's anything constant always shield, even though armor right now. I'm going to notice this because I've got to make these does actually some later on. I do have a basket, which is where I store all my stuff, and I can just get one of the basic new action. Take my container. This is the journal, which will fill up over time. So every time you pick up new weapons, armor, any counter monsters, battle equipment areas, which can now I think I'm going to have a new entry every single time. So that's always shield. Even the army head right now. I think there's lots of stuff I've got to make which does actually some later on. I don't even think of. I do have a basket, which is where I store all my stuff, and I can just get one of the basic new action. So I'm going to go to take my container. This is the journal, which will fill up over time. So every time you pick up, press start. Weapons, armor, okay, counter. Pressing start in normal scenarios, you can have a new entry. So that's me gathering. Pressing start in normal scenario will actually give me a choice as to where I want to go across the town. But I don't even think of. I do have a basket, which is where I store all my stuff, and I can just get one of the basic new action. So I'm going to go to take my container. This is the and I can then see the highlighted areas where there's every time you pick up, press an instance where cutscene will take place. Pressing start in normal scenarios, you can have a new entry. So that's me gathering. Pressing start in normal scenario will actually give me a choice as to where I want to go across the town. But I don't even think of. I do have a basket, which is where I store my stuff. Basic new action. So I'm going to go to take my container. This is the and I can then see the highlighted areas where there's every time you pick up, press an instance where cutscene will take place. Pressing start in normal scenarios. So that's me gathering. Pressing start in normal scenario will actually give me a choice as to where I want to go across the town. But I don't even think
right. It's large for a city out on the frontier. The streets are bustling too.
I can then see the highlighted areas where there's every time you pick up, press an instance where cutscene will take place. Pressing start in normal scenarios. Give me a second. I'm just going to point out to people on social media that I'm no longer streaming on Twitch for the night. I'm going to be continuing on YouTube.
The streets are bustling too.
I can then see the highlighted areas where there's every time you pick up, press an instance where cutscene will take place. Pressing start in normal scenarios. Give me a second. I'm just going to point out to people on social media that I'm no longer streaming on Twitch for the night. I'm going to be continuing on YouTube. So, right, let's continue. I can now see the highlights there.
Not just the hub for research, but also a growing area for business. Honestly, I was expecting something a little more rustic, but I stand corrected.
You were expecting us all to be in furs or living in log cabins out in the sticks, kid?
Yeah, social media. I'm no longer streaming on Twitch for the night. I'm going to be continuing on YouTube.
Sure, it's not huge compared to Central City. Wherever people and money go,
so, right, let's continue.
Throw up a store here and you'll get all kinds
So
of
it's not just the hub
That's
for
how cities
research,
grow,
but also a
friend.
growing area for business. Honestly, I I was expecting something a little more rustic. Fresh, I stand corrected. I see.
You were expecting this guy to be in Mars? Living in log cabins out in the sticks, kid? Hey there, Escha. I just finished prepping for tonight. You out running errands?
I'm debating as to whether or not I may actually want to just continue my live streams over on
People and money go.
the YouTube channel going forward, because I think this is quite a nice
You'll
setup.
get all kinds of
That's just the hub.
That's how cities grow.
This is Mr. Duke, and he runs the store service.
I was expecting something a little more rustic. Fresh, I stand corrected. It's nice to meet you. I'm Logy. I've been assigned to the local branch's R&D department.
You were expecting this guy to be in Mars? Living in log cabins out in the sticks. I see. Hey there, Escha. Thanks for coming by. Just finished prepping. You're always welcome. You out running errands?
I'm debating as to whether or not I may actually want to just continue my live streams over on the YouTube channel going forward, because I think this is quite a nice setup.
Putting a lot of work into the menu, too.
That would be a lot of help. I still don't know anywhere to eat.
He runs the store service.
Well, now you do. Hey, we even have dinner here tonight if you
It's
want.
nice to meet you.
You're a man.
I'm Logy.
Eat up.
I've been assigned to the local branch's R&D department.
But if we ate at your bar every day, Duke, we'd be,
I see.
unable to move.
Thanks for coming by. Just finished prepping. You're always welcome. You out running errands?
I'm debating as to whether or not I may actually want to just continue my live streams over on the YouTube channel going forward, because I think this is quite a nice setup.
A lot of work into the menu, too. Well, I didn't mean to take up all your time.
don't know anywhere to
Sorry to
eat.
stop you while you're on the job. Well, now you do.
Oh, don't worry about
We
it.
even have dinner
All
here
right,
tonight
Mr.
if you
Duke.
want.
Nice to meet you.
If you'll excuse us,
Eat up.
I've been assigned to the
Yeah.
local branch's
Good luck with your work. Take care of Logy, too.
if we ate at your
Thank you
bar
very much,
every
Mr.
day,
Duke.
we'd be,
What a hard name.
Seems he's a tough. You're always welcome.
Stop by his bar.
I'm debating as to whether or not I may actually want to just continue my live streams over on the YouTube channel going forward, because I think this is quite a nice setup. Let's nose around the town.
Sorry to stop you while you're on.
So there's where the bar is,
all right, Mr. Duke.
but
If you'll
I don't need to go there yet.
I've been assigned to the
Good luck with your work. Take
I
care
don't
of
need to
Logy,
go to
too.
Thank you very much, Mr. Duke.
I do need to go to the urban area.
Stop by his bar.
I'm debating as to whether or not I may actually want to just continue my live streams over on the YouTube channel going forward, because I think this is quite. I can see them now. Nose around the town. So there's where the bar is, but I don't need to go there yet. I don't need to go to.
Thank you very much, Mr. Duke.
I do need to go to the urban area. Is it still echoing? I'm debating as to whether or not I may actually just continue my live streams over on the YouTube channel going forward, because I think this is quite. I can see them now. Nose around the town. So there's where the bar is. Oops. Forgot to hit the volume on one of the videos that was playing. Hopefully that's now sorted. Let me just check. Just making sure there's no volume still. And now the comments are actually popping up on the side here, which is a lot better. Let me just check. Good. Right, okay, let me continue. The comments weren't popping up for a minute there, so I'm just making sure there's no volume issues still. Anyway, I'm going to go to the apple orchard. And now the comments are actually popping up on the side here, which is a lot better. Getting a little bit sick still. Let me just check.
So these are the apple orchards? Whoa.
Good. Right, okay, let me continue. Right. Hopefully now the volume should
Isn't there anything
be
like
okay.
this where you're from?
Or I'm
not sure.
really
At the
hoping so. And I just kind of went trigger happy then. If I do need to bump the mic up again,
Does it come from
then
growing on top of the debris from the ruins? It must impart some vitality.
one, let me adjust my headset. Two, let me not put that up one notch. But yeah, as I just refreshed the thing, the volume went back on. So that may have caused another loop.
My, oh my. You've returned already, Escha? Have you forgotten something?
This isn't going so well tonight, is it?
No, I haven't. I'm here on business, really.
Oh, did they put you to work already? They're sure keeping you busy, aren't they?
What a strange person. Is she a friend of yours, Escha?
Ah, I'm sorry. This is Clone. She manages the apple orchards, and she's, well, like a mother to me.
Hello, my name is Clone.
Like a mother?
Clone, this is Logy. He's going to be working with me starting today.
Hello. It's nice to meet you.
Hoping I have removed the looping.
I see. Well, I'm sure Escha will be a handful, so please look after her.
You too. What exactly do you do as the manager here?
Right now, there are a few farmers who manage their own areas of the orchard. We harvest a great number of apples every year. Please feel free to stop by, and I will give you some.
Wow, that would be amazing. I would love to try one if I get the chance.
Oh, But
And
did
yeah,
you
you can
say
see
you
we
were
use
on
my
duty?
phone. I just realised I
Is
put
this
it
in
right in
regards
front of the
to
camera.
windmill?
Oh, that's right. Someone's supposed to be here already, but
I think I know where to take you. Please, follow me.
Is this person an automaton? What is she doing out on the frontier?
huh? Brother, what are you doing here?
Hey, Escha. I was wondering where you were today. Ah, Clone A, you're here too. I just finished my checkup.
Oh, over so soon? Thank you very much for your hard work.
Well, it still works, but barely. There's only so much I can do here without getting some new parts.
That's not good. I will leave the matter to you.
I get it now. So you are the one who got here before us, brother.
So it would seem. And windmill repair isn't exactly my specialty. Did I see you near the depot by any chance?
Yes, thanks for remembering. I didn't know you were Escha's brother, though.
We're actually cousins. My name's Alwyn. I'm an engineer. I maintain the airships around here.
I'm Logy. I've recently been assigned to the Colseit branch. I look forward to working with you.
Same here. And, you don't have to be that formal with me. I'm not that much older than you, you know?
I see. Well, I guess I'll work on that, Alwyn.
Well, it's a pleasure for me, too. Don't be shy about asking questions around here, either.
Brother, you sure get to know people really fast, huh?
We're gonna be working together a lot. No need to be such strangers, right?
I guess you have a point, but why do I feel like I'm lost here?
So what are the two of you doing together?
I've been assigned to the R&D division with Escha. She's been kind enough to show me around town.
Oh, that's right. You started your new job today too, Escha. Sorry, I completely forgot about it. So the other new trainee I heard about is actually you, Escha? It all makes sense now.
Huh? New trainees?
The R&D division's been understaffed, so Marion asked me to take care of her new recruits. So I guess that makes me something like your instructor now. Start looking forward to it.
You're an airship engineer, but you repair windmills and teach as well? That's quite a handful.
Well, engineering is just a part of what I do. In all honesty, I'm more of a jack of all trades.
So, what exactly should we be doing?
You see that windmill? I think I've done about all I can with just normal repairs.
Okay, I'm just now seeing new comments, and for some reason they're not updating live on my other stream. Yes, tomorrow night, I believe it's 7 o'clock, because
That's why I want the two of you to
North
help me with some
America
new
had their
components to
daylight
fix it.
savings time changed last weekend, just gone. So I believe 3 PM that time is actually 7 PM our time.
That sounds really difficult. Are you sure we're qualified?
You can leave the actual technical work to the engineers. Your part won't be that hard. Marion should be able to give you more details about it. Well, should we head back
What
to the
headset
branch?
is this? This is a X11. It's a Turtle Beach headset for Xbox 360. Had it for ages. that does me justice.
I understand. I'll ask our boss. He seems a little laid back, but he's really easy to talk to. I should come to him for advice.
And yes, Punisher, it seems that is going to be the issue with YouTube, is the fact that I am going to have to constantly refresh the page just to check for new comments. So, now, I can randomly speak to these people here. I can go pick some apples here.
Let's make a note of this.
One of the other things I haven't shown yet is jumping. And as you see, journal, memo. That's my current job. And material / item. And as you can see, new items end up filling into my journal. Here's the apple house. There's absolutely nothing in here until a little bit later. It's where one of the shops end up going. No, I don't know if Owen's voice actor is that same voice actor. I haven't actually fully checked to see who does the voice acting in this game. I do know that Danielle McCrae, who may be joining us tomorrow for some Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, does the voice for Threa, who's one of the really cool characters in the game. She's a really kind of strong leader role female characters in the game.
Speaking of which, I need to go report to my own boss too. Do you mind if I make a little detour? Actually, it's a good chance to show Logy around too. He should get to know the place.
You're right. If you're going to live in Colseit, then you have to see the depot.
I came on an airship, so I've already seen it. Well, guess I don't have a choice.
I think the fact that Logy's now got a tail matches Escha, and you do find out the reason why she's got a tail in her storyline. Although, looking here, you can't actually see it.
I suppose the station is quite impressive. You don't see a lot of them this well maintained.
Right? We can even accommodate airships coming from Central City.
Pretty good, huh? This is our town's other pride and joy, aside from the apple orchards.
When you're back! What the heck were you doing out there? I told you to report back to me.
Sorry, I gotta go take care of this. Can you wait a second? I'll be right back, I swear.
Now that should be good. Skullgirl's
This
Uncle.
thing really is well built.
If you're into
You can
2D
see how
fighters,
they'd be
that's
able to accommodate
one
a
to
large
definitely
ship.
check out if you haven't already tried the original Skullgirls when it come out.
The ports are separated into different levels, so there's little traffic too. Very efficient.
Wow, you could tell all that just by looking at it, Logy? Amazing! You must know a lot about airships.
No, not that much.
Hey, Escha. What was that you were saying about airships?
I'd have to check out who he is.
Oh, hi, Mr. Heisman. Logy was just saying how there are ports on different levels to avoid crowding.
Because all the voice actors and actresses have now kind of revealed who they were in this game. Or those that are quite socially active.
The name's Heisman. I do most of the maintenance around here, and I'm Owen's boss. Good to meet you.
I'm glad to meet you too. Do you mind if I ask, how can this town support such a large depot? I heard that shops and businesses attract a lot of people, but still, it seems very well maintained.
Well, you see, that's because of the unexplored ruins.
Ruins? Now that you mention it, there was a mention of ruins in the documents. What are they?
They're ruins, floating in the sky, not too far from here. People began to call them the unexplored.
Now the unexplored ruins is now kind of your main goal in the you know, this is the kind of the thing. They're unexplored ruins. It's the one place you want to go to.
This town was first built as a hub for sending researchers to the ruins, as a supply depot.
So you're going to be kind of working your way through a set of tasks with something, you know, with that in your mind, that is somewhere that you really want to be going.
So, these floating ruins are confirmed to exist, but no one's been there? Why not use airships?
Now that isn't something which I'm kind of spoiling there. I mean, that was the first thing that actually goes through my mind when I got to that point in the first place. So
That's the thing, we can't. The airstream there's so turbulent, it's impossible to approach them.
Not only that, but there's rubble floating in the air. You get caught up in that, kiss your ship bye-bye.
I see. So no one's actually gone into them. This is the first I've heard of ruins like that.
Isn't it strange? Ever since I was a child, it's been one of my dreams to visit those ruins. Doesn't the fact that no one's ever explored them before just make you want to do it even more?
I suppose so, but if airships can't get you there, it would be quite difficult.
Yeah, I guess you have a point.
What are you talking about? Reaching the unexplored ruins is a dream everyone in Colseit shares.
That's true. Now that
So,
you're a
as I
government
did
official
mention,
here,
I
you better
do
remember stuff like
have
this.
some EU codes for the game. I've got one for each of the 3 costumes that were available as pre-order DLC.
I
Um,
see.
And I
All
might
right,
give out
I'll
a
try to
couple
remember.
via the comments section in just a few moments. And obviously you can go first come first serve, or well, whoever first manages to type them into their system will nab them. I'm not going to use any special removal of letters and things like that, because I know that has caused some frustration in the past. So they're just going to be straight up. So if you want to get your systems fired up, and give me a few minutes, and I will pop some codes up.
Looks like Heisman was in a really good mood.
He loves airships, so I think he was glad
And
to
you
meet someone
can
who knew his language. You're smart, Logy.
You can enter them into the web browser as well as your PlayStation system. So if the web browser is any quicker, then open up your web browser and log yourself in.
I really don't know anything.
Okay, so I'm going to give away one of each code now. So what have we got? We've got Apple Pirate. Actually, let me stick in 2 of each code, and that means I can get rid of pretty much most of what I've got here for the time being. So, first up is Apple Pirate. And these are for EU PSN. Then we have Enchanted Witch. And finally, and this is probably the best costume in the whole bunch actually. The Logy Tales Butler outfit, which you can see me wearing now. So let me make my way to my next destination, which, if I check my journal, is returning to the office. So go to the town entrance. That's how I can get out of town. I'll go back to the hall. I mean, you have to excuse, there's a lot of cutscene at the very beginning of this game, before getting into the field action.
Well, how is the town?
We explored a lot and talked to lots of people.
I think I have a good idea of what's around the town now.
Well, that's good to hear. By the way, what happened to the windmill?
I think it's pretty close to breaking down completely. It's gonna need a lot of new parts. Despite that, I don't think it'll be hard. And since it involves the orchard, it's perfect for Escha.
True. Well, then why don't we use this as a learning opportunity? That's right. I haven't shown you two to your atelier, have I? Since we have a few minutes, why don't you take a quick look? You'll be spending a lot of time there. I'm going to speak with Alwyn about the other outstanding tasks.
Now this is where you find out
You're right. I completely forgot
one of the
about
differences,
that.
or another one of the differences between Escha and Logy once they get into the atelier.
Yes, it would be a good idea to see the atelier, since we will be doing all our work there.
Well, this way. Follow me.
Now Logy is from Central City, he's a city boy, they do things very differently to the people here.
Here we are. And he is...
Hey, did R&D ever have an atelier before? This is the first time I've heard of you having one.
Actually, we had to put it together in a spare room. But we need it since now we have 2 alchemists.
I remember that happening to you, man.
Ah, there we go. Make sure you have everything you need in there. When you're done, come back and see me.
Of course. I wonder what it looks like. Whoa! This is going to be our atelier now?
So this is our workspace now?
It's got a sofa, and a desk, and a cauldron for
She looks so
alchemy.
excited.
A cauldron? What is something so dated doing here?
Of course there's one. It's an atelier. Oh man, this is going to be a blast.
I can't believe such old methods are still in use. I have no idea how to synthesize using a cauldron.
Huh? Logy, you are an alchemist, aren't you?
I am. But how should I explain this? In Central City, we don't do things with a cauldron anymore.
You don't? I thought this was normal, but there's other ways to do it too?
Normally, we have specific equipment for each process. I wasn't expecting this.
Then you mean that you can't perform your alchemy here?
Not right away, at least. This isn't good. I know next to nothing about cauldrons.
Oh no. I was going to learn a lot from you, too. I guess we don't have a choice. I'll be taking care of all the synthesizing, okay?
Well, there are two of us here after all. We should split the work.
But you have no idea how to do it, right? Isn't this our best option?
Oh, and tomorrow...
Sorry, I'm going to have to learn how to use this tool, though.
Oh, and
Please
tomorrow,
teach me.
as I haven't got around to doing it yet, I do have some of these full game codes to give away, and I think it's only fitting if I do it while playing a EA game, and that's Crysis 2 for the Xbox 360. Although we're playing on PS3 tomorrow, I don't think it makes a lot of difference. If you've got an Xbox 360 and you don't have Crysis 2, then I've got some full game codes to give away, and I'll be doing that tomorrow during tomorrow night's live stream, which is a special one.
In exchange, I'll support you in any way I can. The methods may change, but the materials don't.
Oh, then can you teach me what you need to mix to make certain things? I only know very simple alchemy.
Then why don't you handle the synthesizing in the beginning, and I'll handle everything else.
Got it. If we work together, I'm sure we can make all sorts of amazing stuff.
There's no point in complaining about the facility. I need to figure out what it is I can do.
You can sweep up the mess from underneath. Right, so here's the Atelier's functions. I'm not going to go through this tutorial because I already know how to do it. So once we can get into the game properly, then I can show you how to do the alchemy in this game. So we'll ignore that.
Logy, I'd like to formally say that, though I may be inexperienced, I'll do my best to work with you.
Huh? What's this all of a sudden?
Well, we are going to be working together and all, so I thought we should be friends.
I see. No point in being weird about it, I suppose. I should have been more considerate myself. I may not know much about these methods, but I hope to do my best too. I'm counting on you.
Yes, leave it to me.
Now, I did give plenty of warning before actually posting those codes up.
Thanks. Now that we've seen our accommodations, how about we go back to Marion?
We're finally going to use our atelier. I'm so excited.
Okay, so here we are. We've got the cauldron here, which can't use at the moment. Here's the diary. If you're familiar with Atelier games, it basically does exactly the same functions as you could do before. So save and load your game. You can change the background music to be whatever background music you so choose. You can usually buy music packs as well as DLC, which I'm sure will release soon enough. You've got your option menu, which I can't change in my costumes. This is my first time actually using the costumes, so I didn't know that I couldn't change them outside. But you can change the voice language whenever you want. You can change it to Japanese at any point. So if you just try the English voice and you're not that keen on it, then you can switch to Japanese or vice versa. So, journal, memo, exit and speak to Marion. So these little things here will all be there'll all be functions, things which will fill up my journal as well.
You're back! What do you think of the new R&D Atelier?
it looked really
Don't
good
worry,
to
man, I know
me,
you weren't hating.
but,
I know the frustration you went through when you were trying to do the
Is there something wrong
code
with it?
solving. I think you got locked out, I don't know, 3 or so times?
Actually, there was one small problem. And that's it.
I'm sorry, I was under the impression that all an alchemist needs to do anything is a cauldron. I wasn't really sure what to get for you, but it seems you have more equipment in Central City.
what should we do? At this rate, I'm going to be doing all of the synthesizing on my own.
I'll help her as much as I can, but it's true that she'll be doing most of the heavy lifting.
There's nothing to be done now. For the time being, we have to work with what we have.
I'm really sorry I couldn't be more helpful.
No, it's my lack of preparation and knowledge that led to this mess. Do you think you can make do for now?
Please don't worry about it. Now that I'm an official worker here, I want to do everything I can.
I'll have to think of new recipes that'll work with the cauldron. I suppose that's the first step.
I tell you one thing I'm glad of is in this, or at least so far, Escha doesn't have one of those dodgy, skimpy swimsuits, which I'm not that keen on. Like, because the characters are so young in appearance, it just doesn't seem right to see them in skimpy swimwear. Right, and this is the first example of there being no voice track to go with all of the dialogue. So now it's kind of down to reading. Okay, so this is kind of given the run-up as to exactly what I'm going to be, how the game will operate. So we'll be doing, we'll have a new task set every 4 months, and that'll be our time limit for completing a task, and all the little subtasks that go with it. So take note as to what they are. You've got April, August, and December. There we go, one major and several small. There's one on my main game which I really don't understand how to do, and that's holding 50 search items. I'm not sure. Yep, so at the end of each month I will get paid a set amount of money, which is my basic income for buying materials and other various things that are required. Would I like to have reviewed the tutorial? No. But you'll see exactly what it is when I get there. Basically, you just get the more tasks you complete and the more things that you've done within the period, you'll actually earn more money, and it'll contribute towards your rank. Okay, so task number 1. So at the end of completing tasks, I must then report my task sheet to them. To Marion, should I say, not them. Now, so this part here is actually something which I believe is actually voiced in the Japanese version. And there have been some complaints about the fact that the English dialogue is only partially done. But obviously there's been, because the game is pretty niche and still quite small, localization budget for this particular game is quite small, so unfortunately they can only pay to do so much. No. Time to get cracking. Okay. Okay, so here we go. There's my assignment sheet, which I can actually access by pressing something else. Okay. So there's my assignment sheet. There's our main task. You'll have 8 subtasks, and then another 15. Anyway. Yeah, 18 additional tasks. So, and now this bonus section actually relates to this. You match up a line of tasks completed within the inner section, and you can earn yourself a bonus. And so earning yourself the bonus will give you some extra stuff. So, for example, this one here will give me a book, which will give me some new recipes to make some new stuff for alchemy. This one here will increase the number of search equipment frames, which is very useful. You'll see exactly why later on. I received 500 coal, which is the currency, increased Hero's HP, another craft book, and another huge bunch of coal, which, yes, 1,000 is pretty big in terms of this game, especially early on. Okay, so my journal task is assignments. Nope. Memo. Let me see. Let's go to the admin office and go and see my. Oop, just threw all my crisis codes all over the floor. Okay, so these guys here do actually serve a pretty good purpose later on in the game, and that is they will make items for you. They will make anything that you've, or pretty much anything that you've made, they will duplicate those items. I'm just picking up these codes that I dropped. So they do serve a good purpose later on, especially if you don't have the time to be making, or time or materials to be making multiples of certain items, especially if you need them in other recipes. And this is their kind of leader or boss. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any codes for Atelier. The other one, this one. I don't have any codes for the full game of this. If I ever do, then I will be running a competition. So. And this is another section of bits which should be voiced, but they're not. Oh, Logy. Now this miserable looking so-and-so is Soul. I think they should call him Soul Grumpy. Look at that face. Then he's the bookkeeper, accountant, much like myself. I'm hoping I can get rid of all of this soon and cut straight into getting out on the field and doing some tasks. So this has got a reasonable slow start. It's not an uninteresting start, it kind of does set the setting, but for anyone that really wants to just get into a game, get straight into the action, they're not going to get that with this. But then the other games didn't really do that either. The game before this one was, yeah, Atelier Escha. I'm hoping you can read it as quickly as I can. I mean, I would read it out, but I'd probably end up killing my throat before. You're not going to be reading that quickly. Would I like to review the tutorial for expedition equipment? No. Here we go. So, where it said about having additional frames, this is what this relates to. So I've got five frame. Yeah, I've got 5 lots of 5 frames. So I've got 25 slots altogether. So in here, you can see along there you got the equipment cost. Equipment cost will show you how many frames this will take. So it will take up 2 slots for this one. So I'll stick that there. And then the healing salve will use 1 slot. So I'll stick that there. Now, unlike with the other Atelier games, these items you just have to fill up this your grid once, and these items will replenish each time you go back into town. So whatever you use out on the field, it will get depleted from your stocks until you go back into town, and then you'll be fully replenished. So you don't have to keep creating to give yourself you know, replenished items. You will automatically get a restock, which is nice. Bear with me one sec. That was my brother asking for DVDs, so I just lent him Batman and Superman. Do I see this getting ported to Vita? I would say yes. I think these do very well on Vita, and they run perfectly on Vita as well. I would probably say I maybe enjoy playing the Atelier games on the Vita more than I do on the PS3. They're quite nice to take out portable, especially where they've got the time limit stuff in them. So you can kind of do these things in more bite-sized chunks. And they do look quite nice. It's not like they're heavy on the graphics, so they don't, you know, downgrading them onto a Vita doesn't really kill off the look or the style, which is good. Right, looks like we have enough material in the atelier to synthesize some medicines. We're going to make medicine out of these. I'm getting a little nervous. I did say I wasn't going to be reading those, didn't I? Just do what you always do. You should be fine. No, I don't need to see this synthesis tutorial. No, you can see synthesis.
What
Right.
should I make?
So,
What materials should I use?
so the only thing I can make right now is a healing salve. As I pick up new books in the game, I will be filling up with loads of new recipes, and later on I can actually break down items and I can learn recipes from that method as well. So, so let's use this.
What materials should I
And as you can
use?
see, all these bars along there with the possibilities. Now, if you increase your like fire element, water element, etc. Enough, you can actually learn new properties which will give you boosts in your stats on an item, which you get the choice out of using. So as you can see, this will give me wind, not literally, and this will give me earth. I'm going to use the wind-based one and discover what that hidden possibility is. Next item will be fire-based. Now some things do have more than one element. And right, so I've got a choice of waters, or liquids should I say. This is mixed oil, which is fire-based. That's water-based. No, I'm gonna stick to water because it doesn't look like I'm gonna actually get anywhere higher on these stuff.
Is this alright?
Unless I add the
Alright,
ingredients.
let's do
Now,
it.
I believe before this you could do this so it automatically adds in the items and you don't even have to worry about it. But in here, you have to add in everything individually. And now it's giving me a tutorial. Yes, I know about the attributes. And yes, I know about the effect. And it's doing this all automatically.
How's this?
This isn't me.
How's this? I'm crafting the item. Yay, it's done!
Now I could even really go through
I
showing you
leveled up.
what I was doing there. So yeah, as you just saw, doing alchemy via her method or later via his method will cost you time. First attempts usually cost you more time, and after that I think it usually costs just one day, depending on the item. Provisions department. You can select items that you've created when registering expedition equipment. Don't forget them. Hello? Okay, problem is materials. We simply don't have enough of them. Then let's go outside of town, gather what we need, so we can collect items for future jobs. They're so lazy in the central city, aren't they? With you, my care, let's go on some adventures. Yay! Now, Owen is now going to be joining my team as one of my team members. And he's actually someone I've pretty much kept on my frontline team since the very beginning. He's damn strong. And he has some pretty good special attacks. Okay, so how to make a windmill has been added to my notebook. And fast travel is now available. Now this is what I was talking about, fast travel. So I hit the start button and I have a selection of the places I can visit. Now later on in the game you'll see some exclamation marks appear next to these headings, and they'll show you where instances are on the map, so you can quickly head to those areas. You can view a cutscene or speak to a particular NPC to trigger off a cutscene. And later on further, you'll also see some additional townspeople tasks which you can complete, which all of those will have a different icon next to them, so you can then see which areas have got additional tasks in them. So, synthesis.
What should I make?
So we have these divided into different categories. We have craft, healing salve, accessory, so attack, heal, accessory, ingredients, and alchemy.
What materials
Now
should
see,
I use?
I can't do that because I'm missing any form of seasoning. I can make these, and right, adventure equipment is only between Escha and Logy. And battle equipment I can choose between anyone that's in my party. Now, unlike the other games, I can have up to 6 people in my party later on, and you'll end up having to equip them with new weapons, armor, and accessories, and just manage their equipment as well as the adventure equipment, and ensuring that you got some decent stuff with you. Let's quickly make a craft. So I can add in that, and add in another seed.
Is this alright? Alright,
So let's pop that in.
It's still okay. Please go well.
It's doing all automatically.
I'm
No wonder why
practically
it
on.
wasn't going fast.
Yay, it's done!
Okay,
I leveled up.
so now I'm going to give Escha some craft as well. And I'm going to go to the world map. Let's meet right here when we decide to go somewhere. And then we can choose our destination. What do you think, Owen? Sounds good to me. I'm just following you guys. I think it's best we follow the orders of someone who knows what he's doing. Let's listen to him. Right, let's pick a destination. Would I like to see the world map tutorial? No. Now this is another thing which I don't recall it being like exactly with some of the other games, and that's
Where are we going now?
right. So I've got my world map. This does all open up. New destinations open up as I go along. There's only one city. So where in other games there are actually sometimes more than one city to visit, this has actually got only just the one. I'll go there. It'll take me 4 days to travel, and you can see the time on the top left hand side, and along the right hand side, which you can't see because my head's in the way, there's some details about the map, which this is the Twilight Forest. It tells me the things which are in there, such as the monsters and items worth gathering. So I'm going to enter this area, and upon entering an area there's a sub menu. Now from this point on it won't cost me time to travel between places, and this is the first field experience. And now we can finally get into the game. Like that one over there, you see. Ooh, creepy monster. At least this one's look a little bit nastier than the things in some of the others where that you see at first. Time to give it a shot. And this is the explanation, so yep, they will be replaced every time you get back into town, so you don't have to worry about saving the items. Would I like to view the combat tutorial? No. And
All right,
so
let's do our best.
okay, so this area here, there seems to be only one enemy.
There! Now's our chance.
Now if I attack, I actually get, see the bottom corner? There's the support actions. Now these are based on a team now, as opposed to each individual member getting their own support bar. So you can actually balance the support actions between the whole team. Particular actions such as guarding will, a guard will cost you I think half of a support point, and a full action like a follow-up attack will cost you 1 support point. I have my general attack, I have the use of an item, which would be one of the items that I've stuck in my adventure equipment. I can wait my turn, which in most cases I do not see a point as a tactic, and then running away, which in some cases you can't actually do. So let's attack. And I can offer a support attack.
Here it goes again.
And
How's this?
there we go. So as you saw, support points were being used as I was using those attacks. And I've now got 1 and a bit support points left. So a support point is used when making an attack, but every time an attack hits, you'll fill up your bar.
Cha!
Here it goes again.
Following up.
So there we go. I've now got 1 point, and so I'm gonna support guard,
Whoa, careful!
which uses up half a point, as you see.
Saw!
Sa! Here I go! Let's move on.
And there's a few ingredients from doing that.
Whew. We've taken care of all the monsters. We should.
Right, so that's now opened up a new area.
All right, where to go?
Now, later on, you can actually utilize having 6 people in your team and follow it up with a special attack. And I think what I will do before I actually close off the stream is go into my Escha playthrough, and I will take on one of the big monsters, just so you can kind of see some of these special and support attacks that you can actually get later on in the game. Would I like to view the harvesting tutorial? No.
All right,
Right,
let's do our best.
Attacking monsters as well as harvesting will cost me time. And you can see the time bar next to the date, and that's the semicircular bar with what looks like a keyblade on it.
This is a new discovery.
And you can see that fill up.
Is this oil? I wonder if it can be used
Now
as a
later on in the game you
lubricant.
can actually get some little boosters which you pay for, and they will actually reduce the amount of time or research or whatever, but that will reduce the amount of time it takes to gather it. You can get some that reduce the amount of time it takes to travel around the map and such, so it's not going to be such a burden to try and pick things up.
This isn't any good unless it's cooked. I'm a little
So
disappointed.
picking up 2 items there has cost me a day.
Here we go!
Now I didn't engage the attack, and this time the enemy engaged the attack on me, so I've only start with 1 support point. If I engage the attack, then I will have 3 support points up front. What I will do to kick off is I'll use an item, and I can use the support attack to follow up on that.
I'll be going too!
It's okay. Stay back.
Here I go! Ha! How's this? Once more!
Now when you kill an enemy, you actually earn more
A little effort
of a
goes a
support.
long way.
You earn like more support point than just by hitting them. So it's
still
obviously
do
more
better.
beneficial to
Maybe I got a
actually
little
kill
stronger?
as many enemies in your turns as you can.
That's one step forward.
That was the last of them. I don't sense any more monsters around here.
I'm not sure why the mobile version says comments are disabled. It might be because it's a live stream.
I've never seen
I've
this before.
not used like
This
the
looks
YouTube
useful.
live stream before.
Let's take it.
Or properly. So
This looks like it could be useful.
I've only kind of tested to see if I can actually do it, and that's And that was pretty much it. So
Where
here
are
we
we
go.
going now?
So now we can see what if I hit the square button, I can see what monsters are in an area, and I can then see what gather all items are there. And this will be useful later on when I need a particular item to do particular alchemy or something. There's in this map here 2 things I haven't discovered yet, so it's worth me going there just in case.
I wonder if I'll find something special.
Let's make a note of this.
And that's one of the new things.
This looks like it could be useful. Let's put it in the basket.
This looks useful.
And as you see,
Now's our chance.
3 support points to start. I'm going to get him to use one of his special items.
Take this.
What's more?
How's this? Here I go.
What's more?
Following up.
Watch out!
Sometimes it's actually not worth using the support attacks, especially later on, because sometimes you need
Take
those
this,
support
too.
points to actually guard against some really strong attacks. So you have to be kind of clever as to
I'll be going too.
how you wish to use them.
Let's move on. Is this oil? I wonder if it can be used as a
Okay, so I've
mechanical
got
lubricant.
103 days left
We've
to do
gathered
this.
All right.
I've still got 1 undiscovered item. This place here also has 1 undiscovered item, so I may be able to get it here. Unfortunately, yes, I have to keep refreshing my web browser
This place
too,
looks
just
pretty
to
promising.
check
I'll
on
go
the
scout to
updated
make sure it's
comments.
safe.
That's one of the downfalls, I guess, of using YouTube.
Yeah, don't go too far.
Is somebody
And you
over
might
there?
recognize this rather familiar character.
Is that? Miss Wilbell, hello! Huh? Oh, hey, Escha! What are you doing here? I've come to collect materials for my job. Oh, yeah! You did start a new job, didn't you? How's that going? Wait, there are a lot of monsters around here, you know? Can you actually fight?
I don't intend to let Escha fight on her own. I think we'll be okay.
Say, who's the new face around town?
My name's Logy. I'm an alchemist working with Escha.
I'm Wilbell. I travel from city to city for... reasons. Gotta admit, I've never seen a young alchemist like you. All the men I know who do it are old farts.
So, do you mind if I ask what you do? You don't appear to be in the same trade.
Wilbell is a mage. Isn't that amazing?
What? A mage?
Hey! Escha! You're supposed to keep that a secret! I was? I'm sorry.
In one ear and out the other. You're not supposed to tell other people about that, got it?
Don't worry. I have no reason to reveal your secrets.
Wait a second. You don't actually believe it, do you?
Well, I mean, This isn't some fairy tale, and it sounds too hard to believe to try to lie about.
That's because my ancestors worked really hard to keep it that way. If our powers were used for a bad cause, who knows what would happen?
Okay, okay. By the way, we're looking for materials to repair a windmill. Have you seen any?
Why do I feel like you're not taking me seriously? Bye-bye, kids! Don't go too deep and get lost in there, you hear? Yes. You be careful too, Miss Wilbell. Come on, Logy. You can't doubt everyone like that.
How could I possibly believe her? Her story has no evidence at all.
Well, that might be true, but...
Hey, I found some things that could be useful.
Hey, Brother's calling us. We'd better go.
A mage, huh? There sure are some strange people in this neck of the woods.
Right, so
May as well have some fun with this.
I've never seen this
anti-bug
before.
grass.
This looks useful. Let's take it.
Yep, just costing me days.
Now's our chance.
I always like to use the AoE attacks if I can.
Take this.
Here's a bonus!
How's this? I'll be going too.
Following up.
Go any further!
Which one should I attack?
Cha!
Oops.
Yeah!
Here's a bonus!
Yay!
Yay! We won! Maybe I gotta...
That's one step.
Right. As you see there, that means I just completed one of the tasks. So, if I look at my assignment sheet, I can now see that one of the hidden tasks along here was just completed, which was chaining use support attacks 15 times or more. So you will uncover these usually by accident as you go along, or once you've unlocked everything on the inner circle here, you'll actually then unlock everything that you need to do on this circle here.
This looks like it could be useful.
Okay, let's go to the world map.
Where are we going now? Useful materials are hard to find. Wonder if I'll find
So
anything.
that's
This looks useful. Let's take it. Let's make a note
that.
of
Bend
this.
screw.
These are materials too, eh? Escha does pretty good work. I've never
Rusty
seen this
cog.
before.
And that's one of the things I need.
I found some synthesis material. I wonder what I should use it
Right,
for.
so
We've gathered a
think I
great
can go
deal
in
here.
here.
Maybe
Oh, I
we should
can.
begin looking elsewhere.
So empty house.
Hey, this looks like a...
Let's make a
Bring
note of
scraps.
this.
Aha! I found something good. I know it.
As you can see, another random task which is now completed. sure I can go in this one. Oh, I can go in this one.
May as well have some fun with this. Where to start?
And here's a chest.
What's in there?
A sturdy shirt. Which is something, I believe... Oh, not that one. Battle equipment. No, I don't want to equip him with that because that knocks down his defense. However, for her, brings it up. So, and Escha's actually got pretty weak defense compared to Logy.
I hope I find some good materials.
So let's go to the town map.
All right, where to go?
And let's head out. So what I'll do, I'll take the windmill equipment parts back. I'll synth them up. Let's get started with the synthesis. Okay, so this is an example. Get back home. I can then put the items that I've got in my basket into the container, which makes sense. I'm not sure why it kind of brings this option up because I can't really do anything here. Perfect look at what items I have. So yeah, I put them into the container.
What should I make?
Now he's got different background music to what she has in this place, I believe. So let's go to windmill parts. Let's make some.
What materials should I use?
So I need 3 of these. Currently need 3 cogs, and I need 3 bent screws.
Is this alright? Alright, let's start.
Okay, so this is going automatically too.
How's this? I'm crafting the item. Yay, it's done! I leveled up.
Okay, you did it. Now I've now got the I believe is it the Dora, the Explorer music. We did it. I gotta say, I'm not doing too badly considering I'm not feeling that great in any way whatsoever. Right, so that's my assignment done. And this is what I was on about. So, in each of these areas there is going to be a different instance, and the one with the present on there is actually one which will require an additional task from a town's member. So let's go to the apple orchard, and you can experience one of these. Some of these are voiced and some of these are not.
Now, I wonder where Clonay would be.
She should be around here somewhere. Huh? Escha, what are you doing here? Oh, Miss Neo. Do you know where I can find Clonay?
Now she's someone I believe came from somewhere else that you may remember.
She just went right over there. I think she should be back soon. Oh, thanks. I guess we'll wait here for a while.
Another friend of yours, Escha?
Hello, my name is Neo. Escha's house has been really good in taking care of me.
My name's Logy. I'm an alchemist working with Escha at R&D.
Oh, really? I thought Escha was the only alchemist in this town.
Well, I just arrived here from Central City. But do you mind explaining what you meant just now?
Miss Neo's a pharmacist on a journey from far, far away. She just came here recently. Because of some unforeseen circumstances, I'm going to be staying in Colseit for
Far,
a
far
while.
away.
And Escha was kind enough to let me stay with her.
A lady traveling alone? That seems dangerous.
I'm with Miss Wilbow, so I think I'll be fine. But I guess I won't be traveling for a little while.
I see. From your looks, I would estimate that you're around the same age as Escha.
Yeah, but Miss Neo does a lot of really difficult stuff with medicine. She knows so much. That's not true. I'm lucky enough to be surrounded by smart people. I ask them when I'm lost. Also, you don't have to keep calling me Miss Neo, okay? It's embarrassing. Aw, and I was just getting used to calling you that. You seem so much more mature than I am, too.
Ah, I think I get it now. Something about the way she talked to you sounded a little strange.
I'm hoping she gets used to it after a while. Oh yeah, I gather materials for medicines and sell them. If you ever need something, just ask.
That would actually be a great help. We'll be sure to come see you. There's something intriguing about that girl. Not just her maturity, but something more mysterious.
He looks interested. Right, so there's Clone A, and she has a task for me. Deliver the parts. Right, so I'll finish this cutscene and then I'll quickly jump onto my Escha playthrough, just so you can see some of the additional moves. Let's go back. Right. And upon re-entering the town after being out, there's a new fresh stock of apples. And I know the other things are elsewhere, but I'm going back to the Atelier. They hold onto the cash for us. Would you like to see the operational stipend? No. And this is basically it. So, depending on my performance and my rank, I will earn more money. Obviously, if I had gone back and reported my mission, then I probably would have had more. So I'm going to save my game, and I'm not going to do it there, I'm going to do it there. New game data. And now for something a little more interesting because it's a bit later on into the game. I mean, while it's good as is, if I can work out how to actually how to actually get out of here. Return to title, that might help. There we go. I could have actually just loaded up the game. So let's go into Escha's story. And I will do one very quick battle.
What should I make?
I'll also quickly show some of the more extensive
What should
alchemy.
I make?
I'm not going to save it after I'm doing this, so
What materials should I use?
I'm going to just make something completely random. Some water. That looks good. I'll have some of that.
Is this alright?
Right, so now this is
Alright,
more
that's
extensive
good.
alchemy. As you can see at the bottom there, I've got my CP, which will which shows in the blue how much remains after I input an item. And these blocks of element in use
Looks
do
good,
actually
looks
make a
good.
difference. So after time you end up learning new skills,
What should I
and
use?
you can each of these skills will cost an amount of a particular element. So one that I like to do is division. Doing division here will actually increase the power of the element going in. So as you can see, I'll have additional earth and additional wind,
Adding same effect as chosen item.
and then I can use
What should I use?
this other skill. I use conversion, which conversion 2 actually allows me to move 2 slots from water into any other element. So if I shove it in there,
Adding air.
and I
What
can
should I
use
use?
perfect division, which is another form of division.
Adding same effect as chosen item.
And if by any means, if at all I decide, actually I wish I didn't do that, all I have to do is just hit the circle button and I can reset use of skills.
What should I use?
And use of inputting in an item as well.
Adding same effect as chosen item. What should I use? Adding air. What should I use?
And I'll put in perfect division again. Now different things have different strengths,
Adding same effect as chosen item.
and as you can see the effect has actually gone up quite dramatically.
What
I
should
can
I
draw a
use?
property from the item.
Drawing out. What should I use?
Strengthen my material,
Drawing out material power. What should I
and I
use?
boost the effect.
Adding effect. Is this all? I'm crafting the item. Yay! It's done. What properties
then-
should I keep?
Though these additional properties, as you can see, they'll all appear on this list here, and they will cost property points. I believe this is what PP is. You can select up to 3 different things, or as many as your property miniature property points can actually withstand. So I mean, I can do a frame compress, which will knock my knock the amount of frames in my adventure equipment to 1 slot less. So for example, this is by standard a 2-slot item, so this will actually cost me 1 slot instead of 2 slots if I use that. As you can see, equipment cost. I can launch in sharp thorns.
Is this okay? It's done!
And that's kind of more extensive alchemy, just as an example. Now if I go to the world map, the new point is open by the looks of things. Now what's this place? I'm gonna go here. I'm just gonna go to the first area.
Outdoor research can be productive as well. Today seems like a good day for
Now another thing that I wasn't able to show you before.
Now's our chance.
Was field activity.
I'm not done yet.
I'll be going too.
I see it!
I'll be going too. Cha! Whoa, careful!
A field activity will increase as you attack enemies and as you gather items on a field map. As soon as it reaches 100%, you can then perform a field activity which can be anything from a special notorious monster to being I don't know, a relic item, gather all items in the area. This is a good move too, but I want to wait until I'm on a better...
Understood!
As soon as I'm on a better place, I will use it.
Cha! Go any further! How's this?
Understood!
I won't let you. I'm ready when you... How's this? Sa! How's this? I won't let you. I'm ready when
Now.
you are.
When I perform a guard, I can actually be guarded by either the two in the front line next to me, or my supporting character, which is the character underneath who I am, or who I'm acting for.
Cha! Let's move on.
if you select one of the backline characters to guard you or support you, that will actually cost you 1 whole point. So that's gonna the icon there on the left hand side where it's now 30%. That's my area
This looks like meat from some animal.
meter.
It sure looks good. I think I'm starting to drool.
This is some amazing meat. I know it's not the best, but it's still amazing.
And this will be shared.
Ah, I found some materials. I'll dust it off, clean it up a bit, and
And that gets shared amongst all the places within this one map area. As soon as I leave that and go back into the world map, it will then get reset back to 0. So here I've got a choice between hitting the right direction pad button will get a notorious monster. Hitting down would be check relic change. That's collection sharing. And strong foe. So I'm going to pick a strong foe just so I can show off some of the additional moves.
what's this?
So I'm going against the level 45 monster, which I'm
I'm
hoping
always ready.
I'm
Come on.
prepared for.
Shall we begin?
Right. So this is another special move that Escha and Logy can do together, which I personally think is pretty cool. And that's a dual item use, or a combined item use, and when you do it, the second item that you use in the chain will actually be much stronger than it is normally. So there we go,
This'll
a double
burn you
draw,
up.
that's it.
This is an Alchemist special. Please take care of them.
And only Escha and Logy can actually do that, and they can only do that when there's 1 or more support points available, and it doesn't cost a support point.
Here comes a heavy attack.
And if I don't choose double draw straight away, the second item won't have the
Following
enhanced attack ability.
Leave it to me.
So, here we go. I used up one of his special skills. This is one that I like to use.
I'll make the first move here.
Moves like this and
Shot you silly.
lava core actually have more than one use drop on them, which is cool. So as you can see, the spark biter thing has actually got 2 slots there. And oh, actually, I've got some items here which may be of use.
Have this.
Music box.
I'll take this.
Leave it to me. Got something special for you. This'll blow you away.
Boom. Now, this is another thing that you can do later on in the game, and that's the enemy will nearly always attack whoever's in front of it, so you can actually move your character's position. This will actually cost you your go. So if you want to avoid being attacked, then you can always move to another side. What else is there? I can change characters, so I can change to whoever's
I'll be right back.
in the back.
Flying! Death from above.
And you'll see that percentage bar. That's actually related to how much they've got until.
Go any further!
Ow. Yeah, that's actually until how much until they've got their special attack, which I'm hoping I can kick into a special attack before this bout is over.
Firepower's overwhelming.
Leave it to me.
Right, so he needs some health. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch her out.
Withdrawing.
Ready.
He's got some health items. And I'm going to use one on Owen.
Hold on, just a little.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Now, depending on the characters and depending on what you got equipped, you may recover some HP while you're in the back lines and out of battle for a little while.
Please take care of them.
I'll show you my secret.
Okay, it looks like
like
I'm
it's
not
over.
going to be doing that special attack.
Where are we going now?
Let's see if I can
Useful
pull up a
materials
special
are hard
attack
to
here.
find.
I'll do my best.
Fire crystal.
I'll draw out its true power.
I probably shouldn't use that because that's probably going to kill him now.
Good work, everyone.
It's a damn powerful attack.
Time to get to work.
Sa!
Here it goes again. Saw!
Saw!
How's this?
It's all right.
Go any
I want him
further!
to guard as much as possible.
Sa! Go any further!
I'm gonna get Escha. just for the sake of it, to use that.
Here!
Whoa, careful! Cha!
Leave it to me.
Ouch.
Sa!
Cha!
It's okay. Stay back.
So he's almost ready.
Leave it to me.
Saw!
Sa! How's this? Take this too.
And the backline attackers are do also get some of these special attack percentage up when you use the support attacks as well.
Yeah!
Yay.
I won't let you.
Okay, so I'm on max now, which means when it's his turn,
Whoa, careful!
you can do a special attack.
Yeah.
So here
I'm
we go,
ready when
here's a
you
special attack. And I'm gonna do it on you.
Here we go. Finally get to use this.
So here we go.
It's ready. Releasing the safety. Output at maximum. Fly on!
It does some insane damage, as you can see.
Please take care of them.
I'll take it to the limit.
That's that done.
Looks like it's over.
Maybe I got.
I can still. That's one.
So yeah, that's Atelier Escha Logy. And another benefit, another bonus thing I've got now is I've got an item which I can go straight to my atelier from where I was. And then that's a nice paycheck. Right, so yeah, that's Atelier Escha Logy. I personally think it was an awesome game. I still have to finish going through Logy's campaign and just need to kind of tie up some of Escha's stuff. And then once I'm done with that, I'll be moving on to whatever else. But the game does offer a new game plus, which you can carry on some items. You can carry on your gold or some of your coal, should I say. So you can start a new game with some of the stuff that you've already created and go forward from there, which means you'll save yourself a lot more time going forward into other things and make your second run a little easier on you. Here's Logy's form of alchemy, which is imbuing, which will be making armor and weaponry. And you can also then break items down as well, which is another skill that he uses. So for now, yeah, thank you for anyone who has had the patience to kind of sit there and watch, even going through the the Twitch stuff, which we were having issues with earlier. You can follow us at We Are Gamers on Twitter. I can't even think straight. Yeah, at We Are Gamers on Twitter, which is We Are GAMRS Gamers. You can also follow us / We Are Gamers on Facebook.com, and you're already here, so you should hopefully find us on our YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button and you can keep up to date with any new videos that we've got and any further live streams that we do via our YouTube channel. Should we get back on Twitch and it's not so problematic, we are twitch.tv / We Are Gamers. I will be back tomorrow with a special Mass Effect 3 gameplay with hopefully Daniel McRae, who voices Theria in this game, as among many other voices. We will also be, I will also be, sorry, back next week. I can't remember what I said I will be playing. I'm playing something next week, and I should be on every Wednesday after that as well. So we're playing a different game, showcasing a different game each week going forward. So I will try and show something new if I've got it, so then you can kind of look at it to see if it's something that you may be interested in buying the full game or not. You can check my review for this game on our Tumblr page, that's tumblr.com or gamers.tumblr.com, which was actually the first thing we did before we stuck on the We Are. So gamers, GAMRS.tumblr.com, and you should find us there. If you click on reviews, and you can see my Atelier Escha Logy review on there. I will see whoever's about tomorrow, and again, thank you for watching.